First blood. Both ways.
Correlation or yeah, other way around.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, what have you been watching the Matrix of the weekend?
OG's turn to pick.
How do you like the mid lane matchup? Normally Monkey King's melee on melee kind of favors the Monkey King. How does it work against this Ember Spirit, especially with small changes to his Sleight of Fist? Mid one can be a little bit more maneuverable against Thompson.
Yeah, you were talking about that. The Sleight of Fist, the change that happened. There's a lot
actually
more.
got that, and then on top lane, Poppy trying to stay alive with the brain set. We got just enough life to then die. Seb still able to get the last punch in. We were looking at the two right lanes, however, because at the same time, mid one then just got himself a solo kill over on Thompson, who was getting very aggressive in his face.
Yeah, you usually don't see this out of like a Monkey King spammer like Thompson, just kind of overestimating the power of him being able to get the Jingle Mastery stacks out, win that and fight. But another kill on Zion.
Yeah, easy chain stun when you think about it. Like Oracle just sets you up for the crush. Seb's going to get 2 attacks in, and with the Enfeeble just slowing the attack speed down, it's almost like the counter to the Bash of the Deep. Being able to get up those 4 charges nice and quick. But Seb still timed it nicely. Bottom lane, Lifestealer in a lot of trouble. Actually going to get picked up by Yapzor and thrown down. He is just kind of caught out. Doesn't level Rage. Went 2 points in the Feast instead.
The last patch did buff up the Phantom Rush, so he's even stronger in the initial laning phase. You can see they're just tearing this lane up.
Nortel walked back into the lane, so underneath Yapzor and Nisha. And Nisha was very happy just to Phantom Rush him down and find the kill.
Yeah, this is definitely not the start that OG wants.
And it just continues with Seb to die up on the top lane. There's a heavy amount of range damage you get from that Tidebringer level 2 and the Brain Sap level 2. So when you think you've got a lot of life, you really do not. It just doesn't work for him.
Honestly, this is fine though. This is before the Ember Spirit has his level 6, so he's still gonna have to go back to base and TP in. Sometimes just being able to wound someone enough that they have to go back to the fountain can still win you that laning phase. You're seeing a lot lately that same goes with this off-lane stick.
They're starting again over on Puppy, but Puppy played it nicely. He put the Enfeeble over on Slaughter so he couldn't get these chain attacks, even though Seb was waiting on that 4th attack of Bash of the Deep just to keep hitting into the Bane. Maybe they have enough, forcing an extra TP support to come to the top lane, and this mid one, they've dragged in the mid laner of Team Secret, and Yapzor around the back. 4 players from Team Secret all move over. They'll get the kill on Jirax. Notel's moved to the top lane. Jirax is going to come with him too. While Yapzor's wrapping around on bottom lane, they want to have a crack at the Lifestealer. He just rage TPs out. The damage is almost enough to get the kill. He didn't even TP all the way back to base. He TP'd to the tier 3 tower. That's how fast he can move his fingers. Thompson has to go into Mischief. The slap down gets us done a little bit of extra life steal, but no. Hero's getting aggressive. It's like he's going again. Like he's underneath the tier 1 tower. Mid 1 put a defensive spirit up on the hill, so Thompson can't easily chase it. But he's waiting for the 4th stack, and then he's not even going to wait for the 4th. Lets the 3rd click, and then just jumps away. That's why Thompson... Wow, okay. Wow. He's going in real deep. Double TPs. Searing Chains. Thompson needs to get himself away from this. Even with the Phase Boost, it won't be enough speed, or will it? Sleight of Fist is back off cooldown, but the Searing Chains is not in 4 seconds. He'll have it. No. Thompson, what happened? He got attacked. The Flame Guard, he didn't jump up. Puppy, Yapzor, mid 1, all chasing down Thompson. Boundless strike in 6 seconds. He wants to jump away, but the only thing that gives him elevation is going to be Yapzor's pickup with the telekinesis. Meanwhile, up on top lane, Zai being attacked by 3. He's worth a hell of a lot, but they've still got to get through him. Double braces is hard work. Another crush. Is there more damage? They'll dodge the torrent. Here comes the Illumina Blast. Nortel will claim the kill.
I just want to point out, yes, Zai died, but he did make the read that Zeb was going to try and dodge his torrent, so he placed it kind of behind him where he thought Zeb would actually dodge. Feels like they have like a 70% chance to win the game from there.
That's why you look for your comeback mechanics. Slaughter, or looking to do the same thing. Up on top, the jump down, trying to stop Bane from getting into it. Thompson, nice Mischief, trying to dodge the attacks in from Puppy, but this slow attack on Thompson, he just can't get his 4 stacks over on Puppy. Sep will crush him down once again, so maybe the Bane, yeah, he will die.
Secret just always willing to move their cores around. Think about how many times Zai has moved into this mid lane, mid one, moving up to top.
Oh, Puppy He's got Fiend's Grip available, but it's Zai who's the isolated one. That's who the lifesteal is moving towards, but then Bane just jumps into the backlines, kills off Thompson. Is core for core at the moment? It will be. Yep, mid one, maybe in a little bit more trouble as Yurex gets a small hold and then nukes him down. Puppy's on the run as well, and Team Secret, you brought a large amount of players to this fight, but that may mean a large amount of casualties. As Bane, you can brain sap, you can enfeeble, you can try and slow down the attacks of OG. But when they got 4 players there, they
build before you go for your big item. I'm not sure if that's necessary for this thing, though.
mid one. Initiation's finally coming in, but out goes mid one. Very defensive Spirit, but this does isolate Zai as well as Puppy. Mid one's managed to move himself back towards the fight. Jirax has to use the false promise onto himself because Yabsaw moved over, and Yabsaw's ready to fight as well. He's got Purifying Flame, so maybe he can get a little bit more damage, but Notal, the ulti is already back up again. They're all walking towards the light, the dangerous place to, especially when Thompson gets a 3-man slapdown. 5 players all locked in that Willow with Zai will finally fall with the Illumine Spam and the Crush from Seb. He'll create enough space, and then Zai is taken after for the Fiend Grip from Puppy. They just come free. Thompson, he'll go down, and they're moving forward. Yabsaw ready to fight, but not enough mana to actually hold Jirax in position. And it won't matter when Jirax walks back into them and then forward. Ember Spirit's already jumped back to the defensive Spirit, and they don't want anything to do with this. OG needs to get the hell out of here. They've got no tier 1 tower to retreat out to. Instead, it's Seb just trapped. Maybe he's not that trapped. They jump in, looking for the hits over on top of Zai, and with the Will-O-Wisp, they hold him in position. Thompson, he's got the buff up, now moves attention over towards Puppy. He'll nightmare him up. They pick him back out of it, and the hit is a perfect slapdown. Puppy will fall. Yabsaw, will he actually follow? You know Thompson wants to fight him the kill, but TP Sport's coming in, and it's the big one. It's the Phantom Lancer. Looking to fight mid one. He actually doesn't get it. He gets the root over on Thompson. That's enough to get himself a double kill now. Getting those back-to-back ones. Wants to get another one. Seb on the run up the hill. Where's the support? Notal can't do anything. He's got 10 stick charge, but not enough, well, any support to...
Offensive because of his heavy amount of nukes, but when it comes to moving around and getting these like jungle ganks and stuff, it's not a support that really enables you too much, and neither is Coddle, so he doesn't have somebody to work with so much, and
just a non-stop control. Everything they got over on the life steal, but then again, maybe they popped too much. Team Secret, they really wanted that kill, and this will allow Seb to move forward. Crush could be stolen. Yabsaw wants to come in and spend a little bit more time holding the Slider in position, allowing mid one just a Spirit jump forward, but another Crush out. Jirax, the pop from the lifeline over on the side. The Slider Fist, the damage is half decent, but OG are back to their tier 1 tower. This is the first time we've seen Team Secret engage in, and they didn't get instant kill.
And control of your off-lane jungle, which has those critical ancient camps. You know, it's just overall
that's real nice from Zai. He knew Thompson was going to try and farm up the wave, so he actually timed his torrent perfectly to connect onto Thompson, who's going to go into the Wukong command, begin his TP out, but that's not enough armor to survive. He'll end one wave, way too many. They came under the cover of smoke. He's got Observer and Sentry down, so he feels comfortable. And then TP out in the tree line. Spirit jump forward. He'll see him, and ooh! Searing Chains do not...
He got Searing Chains.
Wait, he did, but back at base?
He was Searing Chains, but it was back in base. It was one of those classic Rain Perfect.
They're going to go for Zai. Right underneath the Wukong command. No TP support to arrive for this, and Zai's going to drop down, or will he? Yabsaw, he has a false promise. He stole false promise, which is keeping Zai alive just a little bit longer. There's still no TP support coming in, and they didn't have the nukes available to, okay, no, yeah, goodbye, Yabsaw. And it's all a Wukong command, sure, why not? But it's more style than anything else. Fiend's Grip, Monkey King, Thompson walked in, but the Will-O-Wisp is down, so Puppy, it's a double slap down, and she's catching mid one in the back line, tries Slider Fist dodge it, and it'll be ILTW who's now getting 2 kills. I feel like I'm watching an Alliance game. OG, he planted down his own Observer Ward a little bit further to the north. Nisha's in the neighborhood as well, so jump forward. He doppelgangers in, but they really want to kill a Puppy. They have got target number 1 as the counter to Team Secret, and they're taking some time to do it. Finally, it will be able to happen, but Nisha, mid one, and Zai all running into the backlines. They're focusing on Jirax. He'll false promise. It'll take him some time to finish off the kill. Instead, it's going to get 3-man stun thanks to the bow. But OG, they're back out the stun. Thompson will finally commit the Wukong's command, but he dives instantly after. Thanks to mid one jumping forward, but it's ILTW who's doing so much work on this lifestealer. Team Secret aren't trying to kite him. They just walk straight up to him and allow the lifestealer to punch in another control. Nisha goes down. He had 2 seconds on his doppelganger, dead for 60 seconds.
They'll be able to parlay this Aegis into taking hopefully a couple tier 2s.
Observe Wall was planted down by Notal. He's getting Fiend's Grip up already. They have to come out and try and fight him. They need that Will-O-Wisp to help out, but that's why the jump down and the Will-O-Wisp combining with the slant from Thompson and the Illuminate. Team Secret, a large amount of damage early on. They're underneath the Radiance Burn too, so Team Secret back underneath their own shrine. They'll feel more confident here, but maybe they don't. They're walking back off it. Puppey completely isolated, down for 32 without buyback available. They'll even claim the 25-minute bounty runes for this effort from OG and then back into Roshan. It is not what Monkey King wants, but at the same time, like, does it feel like Team Secret now don't have the ability just to break OG's will? Instead, it's going to be OG jumping in, Thompson just straight into Wukong's command. He wants Nisha, and he's having a hard time getting out of the command. ILTW just stays right on the back of him, and it's now a 6 call locked in for a moment. He's slide of fisting just to try and buy a little bit more time. Seb jumps up, Thompson, he's just, oh wow, the play. Mid one into the trees, no way to disjoint the follow, and now Seb can finally get the crush off. They'll catch mid one of the trees. He was spiritless. And they behind in the early game, but it doesn't matter. We hit that 20-minute mark and things go right.
I mean, this is definitely their time where they're supposed to be dominant. So I'm not going to get my hopes too far up that OG's just going to easily clean out this game. Secret definitely have a lot of game left still in them. There's still plenty of towers to go. Ember Spirit and Phantom Lancer are still up. That's how you impede their progress.
Seb's in trouble. Yapso's just been playing with him for the moment, but Seb, okay, they will put the Will-O-Wisp down. Seb will get a little bit of extra time to get the crush off. That's what they're trying to buy time for, and then in comes Thompson. A perfect jump, combining with a blinding light and the radius. It's difficult to get any kind of damage in mid one into the backlines. He wants it with a false promise from Jirax. It cancels it off, so mid one knows he can't get anything more, but back to the rest of the team. Zai's gone down. Thompson will be the trade-off, but ILTW, he gets the big one. Phantom Lancer down for the count. That count can be reset. Buyback is available, but Seb stays on the aggression. Wants mid one, but he will not claim him.
I mean, Secret, they jumps out for the Radiance, it comes to the Maelstrom. It's going to be a lot less impactful on the PL. You're more likely to be able to see him survive through that initial burst as well, be able to get off his doppelganger.
Oh, the jump forward. They thought they're chasing after Yapsor, but they'll get Puppey instead underneath his own shrine. Nietzsche jumps forward looking for Notal. Glimmer Cape will protect him for the moment. And ILTW, after Zai trying to force him back too. F's has just been a full-on split. Still a 1-for-1 trade-off as Jirax does go down to Nisha. Maybe a little bit more as a little isolated is going to be that life steal. Seb wants to help him out. A blink crush forward, controlling up Zion Thompson with a Wukong. Jumps down from the trees. Yapson wants to throw him back out of it. Looking to cancel off the Wukong command. It will matter because now Nisha feels more confident just to run in there. But now no doppelganger available for 3 seconds time. If they can find the kill with the Phantom Rush, buys him time all the way back to Seb the Will-O-Wisp, but a doppelganger away into safety. Nisha on 60 HP. He'll survive through this beautiful play, but will it be enough? There's a slept up life stealer. Seb will also catch the torrent. Yapsor wants to hold him at the tier 3 towers, combining with a feed from a Puppey, but no, you've got Oracle. He knew it.
In straight up fights, they have to like kind of draw them out. They have to bait out like Rage. They have to be able to burn out some mana of these heroes.
Oh, Seb. Not where he wanted to be. Picked up, thrown back down again into the torrent of Zai. He's got a lot of movement speed thanks to being on water, but X-Mon's spot's going to pull him straight back, and in fact, they've already found the kill on for Puppey.
Trying to catch someone, that's maybe where we catch them with their pants down. Maybe that's where we catch them in a 3 versus 5 scenario.
They're really going in. That blink crush and damage, it will be enough to get through Puppey. Nice smoked up. They'll move around the back. Their Observer already saw a hell of a lot, but Roshan's dying very quickly. 4k life, mid one. We'll have to slide a fist to get a little bit of information. Able to get the Searing Chains and the Torrent connects on Lifesteal. The Fiend Script, even better. Over on side, but the 3-man style from Thompson opens up the back, combining with the Wukong's command. Team Secret, they are caught on the stairwell. Zai can't get himself away. Yamsor wants to help out, but 2Core is dead, and they haven't even found the support. Finally, Notal will die with the help of Yamsor coming in. But Roshan goes the way of OG. Cheese on the top.
All the way at the opposite end of the map. We can take this Roshan very quickly.
Speaking
it doesn't
of
even
PL,
matter if there's corners.
they're looking to jump, blink, crush, they get the F up on Nisha. He's got doppelganger available going up to Jirax. The false promise will end up protecting him. Nisha really wants to find this kill, but Thompson arrives. 4 players from OG. Nisha, they couldn't kill him before. He's still got mana style available, and Dan is so tanky through that heart. Even with it available, finally they bring him down. So rapidly approaching these 25s. What do you got on Lifestealer?
They're going to see this
Yeah,
model of top lane.
Oh, he walked in Seb. Missed the crush timing, so Poppy doesn't die instantly, but it won't matter when Jirax is able to find the nuke. Thompson, a very early Wukong command, won't try and find his opening, but Seb finds it instead, triggers the BKB, goes up the Yamster, and Thompson straight to the backline after Zai. He's got the 4 stack up already. Woodsky beating into that Kunkka. 2 heroes down, both the supports of Secret without buyback available, but they have to deal with the PL. Willow whispers down, Nisha with the doppelganger away, Thompson able to get the slap down, and they've got the control, but no, Mana Star, Nisha needs more time. He's trying to move through the tree line, set up towards the edge. Doppelganger is now off cooldown, but he needs to jump up the hill and away. Midmom is there to help him out with the searing chains. They couldn't keep the chase going. Nisha barely survives, but survive he does.
They're going to get a bit of time to hit this tier 3, but sadly with that Phantom Lancer staying alive, what's going to happen?
PL, anything to stop him from doppelgangering. Whoa! Yabsaw, stolen rage, just lets him get back out this one. ILTW already used his own rage. And they're looking for the crit, looking for any kind of extra damage into the life sealer, and maybe they do find their opportunity. The hit down, Thompson saved by the false promise. Now going to go into the Wukong command as everyone tries to back up. Poppy slowed down, but Team Secret, they do get back into their base, but Seb, he's chasing after mid one further towards the north. It won't happen, however. In fact, they just turn around looking for their own fight. A double torrent, but then the IO is right on top of OG. They can find inside the protection that it offers, not to mention that second Wukong command. Thanks to the refresher shot, but the one who's stranded on the wrong side of the tracks is Nisha, surrounded by 4 heroes of OG. He's got a little bit of support, and thanks to doppelganger timing, he just keeps jumping away, and Yamsaw protecting him with that Lotus Orb. You've got the implication, now they can finally take care of Puppy. He'll go down for the count, and Thompson, the protection, he actually tries to dodge it with the mischief, turning the attack in towards Zai. He's got a little bit more distance, the side of Fifth Series Chains can't control enough, there's buying more space for Nisha. In the backline, Zai trying to get up the hill, he'll go down, buyback survival instantly committed. They need to find this kill over on the Monkey King. He doesn't have the Aegis, the Immortal. They want to bring him down. He's just doing the work. This is just PL action while mid one supporting, casting from the back line. Another great control. Do they have enough? Seb's about to fall as well. Here he goes. Thompson and Seb is down. And ILTW, the life stealer, he almost feels alone, but he's not. Jirax is still there with him, looking for any kind of control onto Zai. It's been a bloodbath. The Lotus Orb will send it back. Nisha, he wants to try and fight, won't find ILTW. And Jirax will just Shadow Blade himself away.
Play as far back as he wants to in these fights.
Radiant's top tower is under
And that's why
attack.
Secret are having such a tough time.
He should just jump down. He's looking towards ILTW. Jirax is nearby, and they'll chase him up the hill. Quick little Fortune's End. Nothing to follow up. That one was on bottom lane where Seb finds his own little target. Zai able to hit the bash. Support is rotating in from the life stealer. Feeds good from Puppy. Wants to create a little bit of space for False Promise. Once again, it's there, but the back line's mid one. He actually found No Tail. Sends him up and towards the air. Finds a little bit more space. Bane will go down, but this damage, not when he actually gets the Will-O-Wisp off. Team Secret, they're still caught inside of it. Thompson with the Wukong command. Mid one, he wants to back out this one. He's got defensive spirit. Able to get up to the other side of the river. Commits heavily for it. They will get one more space to create. Even the Lotus Orb was protecting him. Yamsaw, he's Team Secret's version of the Oracle in this game, but now Oracle on Yamsaw. They jump forward, they get the slap down. Yamsaw's done so much work, and now he's down for 80 seconds. This may be the opportunity that OG was looking for. If they find another pickup, they will definitely go for it, but thanks to the PL illusions, Seb could not get
The next, you can get another refresher shard for yourself.
Yeah, wait, you got 40 seconds or so to read on Jirax. Sure. Mid. Yeah, good initiation out. Will it be enough? The Fiend Script's there. Ember Spirit is already down. He's been very happy he didn't spend that money. But with the death of Bane, defense must come. But how fast? Fortification, buying a little bit more time, keeping the racks alive. Yamsaw will try and do as much work with Lifestealer. He wants to commit. He wants his Ember to force the buyback. It'll mean so much in the next team fight if Ember can't just respawn in. So they let the mid-melee racks go. Tossing everything else they've got for the jump forward step. He's looking for the kill over on Rubik. They can't afford to die in mid one. He has no other choice. He has to come into this fight underneath the Wukong command of Thompson and the Will-O-Wisp. Nisha's in trouble. He'll jump up, but he's still in range of the Iron Ball. And he's pushed around. Another doppelganger, it won't work. He'll go down. Mid one's BKB will allow him a little bit of protection with the PL buying back. They need to find some kills. Need to make this worth it in some way, shape, or form, because OG, they're continuing the rampage. Forward, in towards the Kunkka. The slap down. It connects on the mid one. The back lines and Seb's already there, but the steering chains will not allow him to get the crush off. Fetch was on cooldown anyway. 2 minutes dead for Zai. That was a dieback from him. And the tier 3 towers will fall on top. OG finally they found the opening that they were looking for against Team Secret to take that top lane of Rags. In fact, Seb just goes for more kills. Mid-1 jumps forward underneath the tier 4 towers. Team Secret, they have not enough players to feel comfortable enough here. Not even inside their own base, and not even with Nisha, who are level 25 PL, trying to get into the back lines of OG, but it won't work. They're losing too many players. They're all gone. It's GG. OG take game 1 of this 2-game series to kick off ESL 1 Katowice.
God, that was such a sick game to open up this tournament, man. OG, I mean, it felt like they were just running around trying to get these pickouts, and finally they get the really big one, that scythe.
Yeah, they need somebody to buy auras. Why not just go Centaur?
So they're gonna take out the bounty ban.
If this is offlane tree, I'm walking off.
Rage of everyone going Midas is the perfect item for a Night Stalker because, you know, obviously you can't go any other accelerating item. You can't go a Mjolnir or Battle Fury, anything like that.
Notel's in trouble. Zai, just too easy with the damage to come in from that level 2 Edict, but that's why he's trying to turn around with the help of the anti-mage to try and find their own kill. Zai will still finish off Notel's. ILTW went the other direction. Jirax moves over. It's a level 1 Maleficent, so it's not enough work, but then again, when you micro up the Wild Wing, he just can't move. Zai on the retreat. One more blink forward. Should be able to finish the job, and that's exactly what will happen. Tower, there's no D-push from Team Secret. Puppy's already on the run, but Seb, he'll run with him. Those wings are pretty aerodynamic when it comes to the nighttime. Void's up cooldown in a second, but he won't use it. As he needs to turn it back around because Pango, mid-1, here we go again. Team Secret rotate their mid laner off, and now he's going to do some serious lifting. Notel completely isolated. Yapsaw, he'll end up surviving as mid-1, also gets the conversion. So great things for Pango, great things for Team Secret, but there is still up this fight. We'll go to the ticking time bomb, but it's bottom lane. Spectre trying to run away, Thompson just sucking the life out. That's why he has a Spectral Horn himself away. Jumps up and down and then up towards the top lane. So it's in the hands of Anti-Mage, who can actually find this kill on Denisha. It started on bottom, but with the Mana Void available, it's here.
Sage, it's like, the Spectre gets his Radiance, yeah, but Animage is like, I've already got Battle Fury, I've got my Manta, and I'm soon going to have 5 items before you have 3.
Wow, Mid-1's really committing to try and kill off Pugner, and he's able to do so. Support from the Crystal Maiden. Well, Seb's trying to get a bit more of a ramp up himself, but he's frostbitten up. He can't take this fight too well. With the help of Notel, maybe he'll feel a little bit more confident. Notel's his #1 net worth, and the Battle Fury is very close to completion. We're 400 gold away from Battle Fury. They've given him the bottom lane, and they're even giving him an Alpha Wolf to get a little bit extra.
Thompson again.
Yeah, he's dead.
Nice hit from mid-1.
Okay, well, he should be dead. The drain out. Okay, now he is dead. Mid-1 didn't want to commit the swashbuckle at the end just to ensure it straight up.
Come on, sprites.
Yeah, there's Pulse Nova and Edict doing the work. Untouchable doesn't help you against that, but that's the reason why you've got the Nature's Attendants. He'll get a little bit more distance up. Seb's in the neighborhood. Nisha, he needs to kind of slow down Nisha so he can't keep the chain going. Zai will miss the stun, but Notel will finally go down. Does Radiance even really help against what OG has? Well, OG are on the hunt. They'll smoke up. Seb's going to be the first bit of bait. Starts over on Zai. They need a stun available. Jirax, he's this time going to get in range on Zai. Get the Maleficent off, allowing Seb to get the kill. They wanted more, but Nisha quickly jumps away while mid-1 and Yapsaw combo.
Really committing to a heavy damage build for this Pango. And I can't say that I hate it just because the big burst damage is so good against both that Pugna as well as the Anti-Mage.
Oh, you connect him up with the Phantom Bombs. It's like, all right, boys, you want to get into this damage pool? Let's get into this damage pool. Zai's going to jump underneath the tower. Netherboard is down, so Zai turns on the Pulse Nova. Happy just to fight it out. Thompson needs to drain faster than that, but he cannot do it. Zai, Malapha stunned up, but mid-1's free just to dive underneath the tier 2 tower. Quickly voided, but Seb low on life. They still do not want to bring the anti. So yeah, if Jirax hangs around, but now he's using the Wild Wing to scout out if anyone moves over, because he did get that Dominator as his first item. The top 5, well, it's mid-1, Zion, mid-1. Looking to get all the bounty runes up. Seb moves forward, but hello, Rod of Atos. Not a Rod, yep, holding in Seb. Jirax nearby is going to get him out with off, but that Pulse Nova. Damn it, Notel just cannot sustain through this. Even with the Netherworld, Seb can't get the kill over on Zai. Mid-1 just rolled through, but it's Nisha who gets the double kill. A triple kill for the Spec. He did.
Even with the Hood of Defiance he had. He's going to go back for the Midas. OG just not feeling like they really reached the timing that they wanted to with this push strategy. They didn't get ahead like they planned, and
But you still don't have any mage involved in these fights, so no matter how you look at it, Spectral Horn Sin is always on the front lines. Any mage cannot do the same thing, and here we go once again. Spectral Horn is down, looking for the kill over on Yapsor, but here comes your jump through the back lines. Mid one, disarming, rooting up. They're just trying to control our Pugna so we cannot stay alive. Now the rock, it drops from Puppey and OG. They have to scramble themselves away from this one. Fatal Bonds connecting everyone together. Seb is just running Any mage. Okay, this is not where you want it to be. He's looking up the fight. Maybe he's wondering if he can get a good mana point onto the track, but there's nothing to have here. Just apart from
OG in that transition phase outside of laning phase into the sort of mid-game team fight that you see.
Oh, they find an opening, and they found the big one. The follow-up stun's actually coming in from Jirax's dominated creep.
There we go. That's a big...
Yeah, and a long time dead for the spec, and that means so much more when any mage already has the Battle Fury. This is going to be a huge disparity in the farms that can now arrive, and they're going for more up on top, but this time it's Team Secret claiming the kill over.
Aggressively showing himself so soon after that, right?
Yeah.
Like, Secret got the read. Okay, there are 3 people. We lost Spectre. They see Thompson and Tom.
I know. Black Hole's going to come out onto the track,
Oh,
but
God,
Jirax is dying right now to the Fatal Bonds too. ILTV will move over, so now we can finally burn up the last bit of mana from Zai and look for the last hit. Blinks forward, he'll need 2 to do it, and it's actually the creep wave who will claim it. Well, they'll claim the 20-minute bounty runes, and maybe another reason why they're also expecting a fight.
I mean, that was very bold of them, too. Secret doing it during nighttime.
Oh, Thompson. Rolling Thunder's coming out, and mid one right on top of the Pugna. Of course, it's the end of the nether board. 1 second and will time out. I think Thompson kind of understood that he was dead. But he kept their attention.
When he does hit you, it means that you have a chance to be able to pop up the cliff.
Don't walk into this. Don't wait, hang on. Yeah, blink forward. Someone gonna stun Malphus. He'll go invis,
right?
but it's just a Glimmer Cape, and wait for him to come back out of it. Now they have the extra vision. Midnight Pulse is already down, burning off the life, and okay, committal. Real Stalker on the end of that Dark Ascension, TP to the bottom lane, and he's surrounded by 4 heroes. Thompson's nearby, but OG, Black Hole's coming off cooldown. You can bring Enigma into this fight, and Thompson, no, he just wants to leave. It's like, you know what, Seb, this is a really, really bad idea. We should have known Team Secret were going to hunt us, and we just give away a Night Stalker kill. But more than that, likely.
His team as 3 or 4 at bottom lane. OG's not going to fight into him during daytime. So he can stop that push from the enemy. He can hunt him, pressure him, make sure he can't farm their, the Radiant offlane jungle.
Jirax, Thompson's going to be in there. Midnight Pulse, pull him back in, but the rock as well. So Fatal Bonds connecting Thompson and Jirax together. Nisha moving forward. He's got the Aegis Immortal. He wants to fight, so I'll just root up the Pugna, follow up with the stun, and there'll be 2 heroes from OG very quickly teamed up. And then ILTW jumps in for the fight, kills off Yapsor, but is this going to be enough for him? He's got the Mana Style, and no, well, actually, Mana Point is back off cooldown. Nisha has a large mana pool they could potentially use as you want to jump back in. Maybe not when Mid 1 and Nisha both diving underneath the tier 2 tower, looking for the kill, and the supports are not rotating over. This is one very dead No-Tail, and Team Secret was meant
to push into a tier 3, and any mage is going to split push you. You're able to TP back with the TP scroll, and then join your team after you defend with Boots of Travel.
He couldn't TP out, got rid of Vatos. Zai will keep walking with him. All those conversions, just money for him. It was Spectral Dagger. You find a kill at Thompson at the same time. And that was over in the...
Against everybody on OG, but are leaving work again.
No, Mid 1 and Zai, like, this is a lot of confidence. They're in very, very deep. And you already got the route into the back line, so trouble Spectral Horn. Of course, you're never alone, are you, when Spec is on the field? Seb wants to try and walk away, but they're all over him like a hot rash. Down he'll go, and OG, 4 players. OG, they need everyone alive. Their tier 3 tower is now under attack.
Yeah, with Guardian Greaves, like, this is exactly the kind of hero that you want to be able to play with a Spectre. A hero that's not necessarily going to get bursted down if they choose to be able to jump you real quickly. That's how, like, OG has that kind of initiation or burst anyway.
Nice Soccer buyback. The Black Hole is available if they want to try and use it to go up the hill, but Jirax just copying so much damage. They're draining out the life of Nisha anyway. Trying to protect himself with the spell block shield. Get over towards Yapsor. Triggers the Mana Star, breaking free with the Mana Point. The damage is a good spell damage, but the rock in the back line. Jirax was never part of this one. Same for potentially the Anti-Mage who was trying to be safe under the tier 3 tower. No way to jump away, but he's got a spell block available, and also Enchantress. Heavy damage into Zai, making him think twice about coming up. but you do not have your Night Stalker, you do not have your Enigma. What have you really got? You've got time. N0tail's creating it on the top. Puppey's already got himself a double kill over on this Warlock, and they're gonna get more. Burn off the mana of mid one. One charges are available. He'll blink up. The rolling thunder gets down from Pango, but also bait. ILTW thought he was gonna get in the middle of this one. He had to jump away. The Warlock is not controlling him. Mid one just rolls through him, and they're rolling through OG here in game 2. But the black hole ends up here. I love it, but really, it's what did we say, Cap? What did we say about black holes with no team?
Team activity, Toby. You gotta get everybody in there. Unfortunately, there was nobody left from OG to put damage
The corpses were the only thing that's in there. Unfortunately, black hole doesn't have that kind of regenerative effect.
And it didn't even kill mid one. Dropped super low, but unfortunately, Midnight
Yeah,
was Pango.
it's worked.
You made me real happy. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Well, you're a Pango picker, aren't you?
I'm a Pango picker, baby. And once I saw people start playing at mid, I watched mid one's replay real closely on that. I was like, damn, that's sick. I could be a mid player again, Toby. On one hero, I could be a mid player.
Oh, Seb, not where he wants to be. Caught, and a very huge slow. The upheaval making it almost impossible to walk away. Thompson is giving him a little bit of extra protection and now has to actually give him the life as well. Seb, no way, not enough life. Mid one wants to go in a little bit, being claimed by Team Secret. At least Rolling Thunder will go on cooldown for a minute so OG can feel a little bit more confident in the fights, but still underneath Radiance, anyway, is just not ready to fight. These lucky shots are able to connect, tries to protect himself with the counter spell. Mid one is Bone Drive managed, got 3-1 charges. That won't be enough to give them the swashbuckle away to safety, so maybe they get some revenge. In fact, it's N0tail who gets the godlike 10-time streak, over 1,000 gold, goes into the Enchantress, and now Nisha, they want more, they're jumping forward. Jirax is just body blocking if they don't want the spec to get down the hill, but they can't body block when you got no movement speed. So anyway, jumps forward. He's able to actually get one quick hit in towards Nisha, but Yapsor's nearby to help him out too. The golems are being sent in. They need more stones, and now the golems actually evaporate underneath Zai. The fatal bonds, 4 heroes all connected together. This is Zai's field day. It is all about the palace for him. Drain out the life, get rid of the Latrak, and OG, they actually be fine.
Thompson though, he's behind Crystal Maiden in net worth. Holy cow.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I saw Thompson have this hard of a game.
Oh, goodbye, N0tail. He's the one on the lowest net worth. Picked off instantly.
And then Pugna into the Spectre lane or something.
That's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah, there's
Spectral Horn reveals all of them, and they're in a great position. The Fatal Bonds are all 3 together. OG, not what they want to have happen. 4 heroes. It's only going to be 3. Seb gets hit by the Rolling Thunder of mid one. Look where N0tail actually hides. He knows this will be a dieback for him if he goes down. It's actually Anti-Mage. Okay, maybe I can kill off mid one. Maybe I can have the money and all the solo experience that goes with it. Or maybe I can just die. Zai is going to beat that. I'll land the stun. Turns on the pulse node, but this is the game. Everyone from OG is dead. GG is the call. OG, they started off ESL 1 Katowice and nicely with a game 1 victory against Team Secret in what was a fun style. Secret gave an opening in game 1. In game 2, it seems like no opening existed.
Yeah, Secret wanted to remind